Who are the most likely people to watch the BBC? My kids don't watch telly full stop, apart from when I'm on. And even
it's not just natural Conservatives as well, Martin. It's some of the first-time Tory voters as well. People like my parents who are watching the BBC, who are fed up with it now. They turn it off. They'll put GB News on. GB News is on the loop most of the time in my parents' house. They don't watch the BBC because they can see you've got these middle-class lefties that's presenting, you know, the news and current affairs programmes. The bias is quite plain to see, and it puts people off. It's not clever, it's not big and it's not clever, because we'll see in 2027, when it's up for renewal, the agreement with government, if it goes to a subscription service, I'm convinced, Martin, that there'll be more people watching GB News than there is the BBC.
Well, I'd like to think that's right. But back to the point we made before about Brexit and immigration, on the BBC also, it's fair to say there are still a fair tranche of Tories that support the BBC and all it stands for. Is this another wedge issue within the party? Is there enough momentum within the party to pull that Royal Charter back?
Well,
or is kind of rattling your sabre on the licence fee capping that enough?
I think there's a little bit of nostalgia there, Martin. We talk about the BBC. We think about anti-Beeb of previous years when it was a great corporation that did great things. It was impartial. You know, we're of a similar... I'm a little bit older than you, but I remember a time in the 70s and 80s growing up when you couldn't for the life of you think which way a TV presenter or a newsreader voted. But now it's out there for all to see. And maybe we are a little bit blinkered. Maybe we're harping on for a BBC of the past. That's gone. It's quite clear that's gone, and it's a different organisation as it was many, many years ago.